This is the food distribution, hunger and starvation that is going on in Uganda. Initially, after we passed 59 billion shillings to buy food for Ugandans, and yes, after the government pledged to provide food for the people in Kampala and Wakiso, a total of 1.5 million people. More than a month later, we all know that very many people have not received food. Even those that received food initially, it is not there anymore. They continue to, face hunger. It then comes as a question that if those 1.5 million people have not gotten the food, what about the rest of the country that continue to face the same challenge? So we think that the government is failing completely on this, and we demand better answers on the food distribution. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past, many Ugandans have been concerned about the fate of Ugandans that are stuck abroad. I want to particularly focus on the Ugandans that are stuck in China, and the reason is because these, unlike many other Ugandans, have been facing xenophobic attacks. Many of them, as all of you saw, have been turned away from public facilities like hospitals, and it was our desire to make an effort to repatriate them. As you all know, with our friends from America and other places that are patriotic and that are concerned about the fate of black people who are being mistreated on account of their skin color, we offered to repatriate all those Ugandans back home. The planes were availed, and the government of Uganda did not have to spend a coin. All we were asking of the government of Uganda is to allow those people back home. They would be quarantined for a necessary period, and this would save them from further dehumanization. Unfortunately, as you saw, our pleas were rejected by the government of Uganda. It is therefore unfortunate that recently we saw the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Sam Kutesa, clearing the entry of the rich and powerful. And even before that, we had been getting information that the families of those that rule over us were actually being jetted into the country, even when the airport was closed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerians repatriated their Nigerians. The South Africans repatriated their people, and the Kenyans also accepted their people back home. We actually had to spend money to buy tickets for Kenyans to return back home because the Kenyan government was accepting the Kenyans back home. Unfortunately, we could not buy tickets for our fellow Ugandans. Why? Because the government of Uganda denied them access to their country. We even have Ugandans that have made our nation proud. We all know that our fellow artist Eddy Kenzo is stuck outside Uganda, and even when he could be airlifted by friends, he would not be allowed back home. We think that's double standards. We think that is treating Ugandans with discrimination, and we continue to condemn it. We want to address briefly the issue of taxis and borders.